أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Again, I appreciate very much your attendance this class, Majalla Articles class. Today we are going to begin 680 article, and the chapter is related to Hawala, as we began before. فصل أول, first باب أول عقد حوالة. About عقد حوالة contract. I touched that earlier in general terminologies. باب أول عقد حوالة beyanında olup iki fasla munqasimdir. It has two sub-chapters. Fasl-ı evvel, first fasl, rükn-ü havale, rükn of havale. That is the title. Fasl-ı evvel. Havale. Rukn Havale. Rukn of Havale. Rukn, you know, main element, main condition, requirement. What is the Rukn of Havale? That is the subject today. Okay. Article. I am reading 680 article. Muhil kendu dainina seni falanın üzerine havale ettim deyip anlar, yani muhalun leh ve muhalun aleyh dahi kabul ettiklerinde havale münakid olur. We know all words. Muhil havaledur, the one who borrowed the money and will transfer the payment to someone else. Muhil havaledur. Muhil kendi dainina, he, the one who loaned him, the one who gave credit to him, tells to that person. Muhil tells to the creditor, the one who gave credit. Seni fulanın üzerine havale ettim. I am doing you havale to such a person. Such a person will pay to you instead of me. And yani deyip muhalun leh ve muhalun aleyh. The person who is havale done for, creditor, the person who is going to pay, new person, muhalun alayh, if they accept what he said, havale munaqid olur. Havale contract gets aqd, gets established. So there are three people: muhil, A; B, muhalun alayh; muhalun leh, B, creditor, you gave credit. Then C, muhalun alayh, a person who will pay on behalf of the hawaladur. These three must agree. So acceptance, qabul, is one of the conditions of the two persons, C and B, need to accept what Muhil said, what Muhil is doing. Okay. Okay. If the debtor who makes a hawala says to his creditor, I have transferred hawala you to the account of such a one, and they also accept, the hawala is concluded. Hawala contract is established. English 680. If the debtor who makes a hawala says to his creditor, I have transferred hawala you to the account of such a one, and they also accept, the hawala is concluded. Six 81. Okay. 681. Yalnız muhalun leh ile muhalun aleyh beyninde akd havale olunabilir. Yes. I will read once more. Yalnız muhalun leh ile muhalun aleyh beyninde akd havale olunabilir. Havale can be done between muhalun leh, muhalun alayh. Muhalun leh, creditor, loaner, the one who gave loan. Muhalun alayh, new person, C, in this example I gave, who takes over to pay for the principal debtor's death to the creditor. They can do this too without muhil. They can agree with each other. Hawala is done. Yalnız muhalun leh ile muhalun aleyh beyninde akd havale olunabilir. It is doable to do akd havale between muhalun leh and muhalun aleyh. The contract of hawala, English 681, can be made between the creditor and the person who accepts the hawala alone. the contract of hawala can be made between the creditor and the person who accepts the hawala alone. Six, 8, 2. Yalnız muhil ile muhalun leh beyninde icra olunan havale muhalun aleyha ledel i'lam kabul ettikte sahih ve tamam olur. Let me read once more. Yalnız muhil ile muhalun leh beyninde icra olunan havale muhalun aleyha ledel i'lam kabul ettikte sahih ve tamam olur. Ledel i'lam leda el-i'lam لا علم. Okay, لدى when, like عند, like in the presence, something. إعلام علم, to know. أعلم, to make know. إعلام, announcement, advertisement, to make people know. أعلم. إعلام. لدى الإعلام, announcement time, declaration time, advertisement time, make others know time. So, yalnız muhil ile muhalun leh beyninde icra olunan havale. Any havale which is done between muhil and muhalun leh. Borrower and creditor, lender, giver loan. Okay, muhil and muhalul leh beyninde icra olunan havale, any havale which is done in between muhil and muhalul leh, borrower and creditor. Muhalun alayha ladal i'lam, when muhalun alayh is made known, this, that is C, the person who is taking the responsibility of paying the principal's death. Qabul ettikte, when he was done i'lam, known, if he accepts, sahih ve tamam olur, hawala becomes valid and complete. Okay. A hawala carried out between the debtor and the creditor alone when the person who accepts the hawala has accepted after notice is good and complete, is valid and complete. Once more, English, 682. A hawala carried out between the debtor and the creditor alone when the person who accepts the hawala has accepted after notice is good and complete. Okay. Okay. Now, six eight three. Yalnız muhil ile muhalun aleyh beyninde icraulunan havale muhalun lehin kabuluna mevkufen munakid olur. Okay. Mevkuf, you know, let me write here. موقوف وقف 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 to stop. موقوف stopped. موقوفا stop like حال Tamiz in Arabic grammar. Stop, stoppingly, hanging, suspended. Okay? Depending on. Now, yalnız muhil ile muhalun aleyh beyninde icra olunan havale. Any havale which is done between muhil and muhalun alayh. Muhalun alayh. Any hawala which is done between muhil, hawala dur, muhalun alayh, new person who will pay. That hawala done against or hawala done on the person. Between them, any hawala is done between these two muhil, muhalun alayh, muhalun lahum qabulun mawqufan munaqidun. This becomes munaqid, aqd is done, but it is mawquf, stopped, hang, based on the qabul of muhalun lah, creditor. A hawala carried out between the debtor and the person to whom the hawala is made becomes a concluded contract subject to the acceptance of the creditor. Six, 8, 3. A hawala carried out between the debtor and the person to whom hawala is made becomes a concluded contract subject to the acceptance of the creditor. Hanging contract, mawquf contract. Alaykum salam, Musa Effendi. Ahlan wa sahlan. Yes. Okay, now فصل الثاني. شرائط حوالة. شرائط, sharts, حوالة, conditions of حوالة. Six, 8, 4. شرائط حوالة. 6, 8, 4. انعقاد حوالة دا محيل لمحال لهن عاقل ومحال عليهن عاقل بالغ olması şarttır. I am reading once more. انعقاد حواله ده محيل لمحال لهن عاقل ومحال عليهن عاقل بالغ olması şarttır. Broken translation. انعقاد حواله ده for establishing عقد of حواله, becoming established عقد حواله, to become, محيل ile muhalun lehun akil olması. It is necessary. Muhil and muhalun leh be aqil. They need to be aqil, sane, aqil, aqil baligh, to expression. So, for hawala aqd to be established, muhil and muhalun leh, creditor and borrower needs to be عاقل. ومحال عليهن, but, and محال عليه, new person who will pay, عاقل بالغ olması şarttır. He needs to be عاقل and بالغ. Puberty. It is necessary. It is necessary for حوالة عقد be established. محال and محال له be عاقل, and محال عليه be عاقل بالغ. Both. At the making of a hawala, it is a condition that the debtor and creditor be of sound mind, and that the person who accepts the hawala should have arrived at full age. Aqil baligh, not correct translation. Aqil and baligh. First one, two, muhil and muhalun leh, just they could be aqil, but muhalun alayh need to be aqil and baligh. Havalenin nefazında muhil ile muhalun lehun baligh olması şarttır. Very interesting. Havalenin nefazında, nefaz. نفاذ نفذ نافذ نفذ نفذ like penetration, penetrates, gets executed, gets effective. Tanfiz, just nefeze, nefeze, tanfiz, to execute. Nefaz, execution, not killing someone, hanging or something, but to do something which is executable, executive, the person, executive job. Now, the book says 685 Hawalanin nafazında. In the nafaz of hawala, when hawala needs to be executed, paid money and things like that, muhil ile muhalun lehun baligh olması şarttır. It is necessary muhil and muhalun leh be baligh. In aqd situation, they were just aqil, not baligh. But when that will be effective later on, money will be paid actually, that time muhil needs to be baligh, muhalullah needs to be baligh, in addition to being aqil. 10 years old person, not baligh yet, but aqil. So can do muhil muhalun lah, can become muhil muhalun lah. But when a year later this pay will be done, that time nafaz, when executive thing done is, they need to be baligh that time. 685. It is a condition of the hawala being nafiz that the debtor and the creditor be of age. Yes. 684. No, 5, sorry. 685. It is a condition of the hawala being nafiz, not good translation, the debtor and creditor be of age. Okay. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Ya Muslims, you be shahid ya Rabbi. اللهم اشهد نحن مسلمون نحن مؤمنون. اللهم اشهد نحن مسلمون نحن مؤمنون. يا رب العالمين. 686. Muhalun aleyhin, muhile medyon olması şart olmayıp, muhilen anda alacağı olmasa da havalesi sahih olur. Yes. Okay. 686. Muhalun aleyhin, muhile medyon olması şart olmayıp, muhilin anda alacağı olmasa dahi havale sahih olur. It is not required that muhalun aleyh muhile medyon olması şart değildir. It is not condition that muhalun aleyh owes something to muhil. Owes death to be paid to muhil. It is not şart olmayıp muhilin anda alacağı olmasa dahi, even muhil does not have anything to get from muhalun alayh, hawala becomes valid. Yes, very good. So there is muhil A, there is muhalun lah B, there is muhalun alayh C. Muhil is telling to C, A is telling to C, you pay to B. So whether C owes something to pay to Muhil or not, out of question. It is not requirement that he have to have a credit taken from Muhil to be paid to Muhil. Instead of paying to you, I will pay to B. To A, I will pay to B. It is not required. So, muhalun alayh, even muhalun alayh does not have anything to pay to muhil. If he accepts to pay to muhalun lah, that is valid. That is valid. Valid hawala. Fantastic. It is not a condition that 686, it is not a condition that the person who accepts the transfer should be a debtor to the debtor who makes the transfer. And when the transferor has nothing to receive as regards him, his hawala is acceptable. Not that much legal translation, but expresses the same concept. It is not a condition, it is not requirement that the person who accepts the transfer, muhalun alayh, should be a debtor to the debtor who makes the transfer, to the principal debtor. And when the transferor, muhil, has nothing to receive as regards him, his hawala is still good. Six, 8, 7. Her deyin ki ana kefalet sahih olmaya, havalesi dahi sahih olmaz. Her deyin ki 6, 8, 7. Her deyin ki ana kefalet sahih olmaya, havalesi dahi sahih olmaz. So, broken translation. All debt or credits, D-E-B-T, debt, all debts, any type of debts, which kafala for is not possible, kafala for is not valid, hawala also, hawala cannot be done, cannot be valid. Any death for which kafalat is not sahih, Hawala is not sahih for that too. Yes. One needs to go to kafalat, what debts were not valid. Okay. 687. There can be no good hawala for a debt for which there cannot be a good guarantee. Guarantee kafalat. 687. There can be no good hawala, no valid hawala for a debt for which there cannot be a good guarantee, cannot be guarantee good, cannot be kafalat valid. When if for any debt kafala is not valid, for hawala also will not be valid for that. Okay. Bismillah. Ya Rabbi. Ya Rabbi. Yes. Her denki ana kefalet sahih ola, havalesi dahi sahih olur. Oh, this is just positive article of the previous one. Her denki ana havalet kefalet sahih ola, havalesi dahi sahih olur. Any dain for which kafalet is valid, hawala also is valid for that type of dain. Just a positive expression of the previous article, I believe. Her denki ana kefalet sahih ola, havalesi dahi sahih olur. For any debt for which kafalet is valid, hawala also is valid for that type of credit, debt. Okay. Oh, this is a little, there is some more article, but let me continue. Yeah. Let me check from other book. Her denki ana kefalet sahih ola, havalesi dahi sahih olur. Fakat muhalun bihin ma'lum olması lazımdır. Fakat it is necessary muhalun bih be known. What is hawala done thing needs to be known. Yes, muhalun bih. Fakat muhalun bihin malum olması lazımdır. Binaen aleyh deyni meçhulun havalesi sahih olmaz. Because of that, deyni meçhul, any dain which is meçhul cannot be sahih. Hawala cannot be sahih. Binaen aleyh. Let me write here binaen aleyh. Binaen aleyh. Binaen aleyh. Binaen, constructing aleyh upon that, basing on that, depending on that. Bina, beneye, bina. Buniye, bina. عليه upon him, upon على he, بناء عليه. مجهول, you know مجهول, unknown. You know مجهول, unknown. So let me read once more. Whole article. Her denki ana kefalet sahih ola, havalesi dahi sahih olur. Fakat muhalun bihin malum olması lazımdır. Binaenaleyh deyni meçhulun havalesi dahi, havalesi sahih olmaz. Going back to broken translation. Her deyn ki ana kefalet sahih ola, any deyn for which havale is kefalet, her deyn ki ana kefalet sahih ola, all any deyn for which kefalet is valid, havalesi dahi sahih olur. Havale also is sahih for that. Fakat, but muhalun bihin malum olması lazımdır. It is necessary muhalun be known. Binaenaleyh, based on that, deyni meçhulun havalesi sahih olmaz. Meçhul deyn, unknown debt cannot be havale valid. The hawala of unknown debt cannot be valid. Okay. 88. 688. The hawala of any debt for which a good guarantee can be given is good. But it is necessary that the thing which is transferred should be known. Therefore, the hawala of a debt which is not known is not good. Not good, not valid. Okay, let me read once more. 688. The hawala of any debt for which a good guarantee can be given, a valid kafalet can be done, is good, is valid. But it is necessary that the thing, muhalun bih, which is transferred, should be known. Ma'lum, should be known, yes. Therefore, the hawala of a debt which is not known, which is majhul, is not good, not valid. Six, eight, nine. Article. Asaleten zimmete müterettib olan düyunu sahihanın havalesi sahih olduğu gibi ciheti kefalet ve havaleden dolayı zimmete müterettib olan deynin havalesi dahi sahih olur. A little long article. Asaleten zimmete müterettib olan. Asaleten, original, principle. Asale, asl, original, root. Asaleten, originally, at the beginning. Zimmet, you know, zimmetun, zimmet, responsibility on the shoulder. Zimmet, zimmet. ذمة. مترتب ترتب put on رتبة 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 ترتب رتبة ترتب 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 يترتب يترتب مترتب اسم الفاعل. ذمة مترتب anything which is basing on responsibility. أصالة ذمة مترتب olan duyun nusahihanın havalesi sahih olur. Broken translation. As it is kefalet as hawala of the duyun dains which are asalatan zimmatan mutarattib. I mean originally itself is burden on the borrower to pay. It is hawala is valid for that. Ciheti kefalet ve havaleden dolayı zimmete müterettib olan. Also, from the point of kefalet, from the point of hawala, any dain which is on the shoulder of the person, havalesi dahi sahih olur. Havale of that is valid. Very interesting. So, two persons borrowed, that is hawala doable to someone. But there is C who took over to pay, can transfer that to C1, C2, C3. Also, any debt which comes from kafalat, from second hawalat, can be transferable to new hawala. Very interesting, very good. So, let me read. Asaleten zimmeten müterettib olan duyunu sahihanın havalesi ciheti kefalet ve havaleden dolayı zimmeten müterettib olan deynin havalesi dahi sahih olur. I am rushing because of the time. Okay. As the hawala of death, 8, 6, 8, 9, as the hawala of death, which is of the class of primary death, is good, is valid, so also hawala of death, which belong to the class of death by hawala or suratship, is good. I mean, I explained, so I am rushing a little bit. I think we are in 690 next week. Okay.